Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be holding off from sex. Got an email here from a viewer who he basically says he's always slept with women, usually by the second date. But as he's gotten older, now he's kind of thinking, hey, maybe I should hold off sleeping with women, and that'll cause them to like me and want me more and have a better emotional connection. Because I guess he's had some bad relationships in the past, and he's wondering if that's part of the problem. So he says, hi, Coach. I've always slept with a potential girl or girlfriend straight away or on the second date. Now that I'm older and I'm tired of failed relationships or being thought of as a player, I feel like I shouldn't sleep with women so early on. I'm thinking of courting a woman and holding off the sex so she knows I respect her and want more, deeper emotions in a deeper relationship. Well, that's not going to do anything to necessarily cause her to fall for you, because as I talk about a lot, it's a scientific fact that women are more attracted to men whose feelings are unclear, and you just simply want to facilitate her being a little more unsure of herself by just being yourself and revealing yourself slowly to her and how you feel towards her as things go by, because women fall in love slowly over time. And so a lot of guys, when they meet a girl, because us guys, we tend to be visual creatures, we look at a girl, we think, that's it. She's exactly what I'm looking for. I want her. And you just automatically start assuming that she feels the same way. And it's like a mad dash to the altar, or a mad dash to put a ring on her finger, or to get her to commit to being your girlfriend or being exclusive, like it's a fucking race. And all that does is causes the woman to feel very uncomfortable, because you in essence start acting kind of like a stalker type behavior, and it comes off as being very needy and unsure of yourself, because when guys start to see that the woman's not reacting as quick or falling in love as quick as he thinks she should, then they start trying to force things and move things along. They try to do too much. They try to be around her too much. They pursue too much. And then before you know it, they're doing 100% of the calling, texting, and pursuing. And then the girl's turning them down or breaking dates with them, and they don't understand what's going on. And then all of a sudden she gives them the let's just be friends speech. And so the idea is you want to learn the balance, the fine line between pursuing too much and not pursuing enough. And so if you've had, let's go through the rest of his email real quick, and we'll get back to what he's asking about. He says, I'm thinking of courting a woman and holding off the sex, so he feels it'll cause her to respect him more. He says, in your advice, you advise to sleep with women soon. I mean, because the whole purpose is, a man's job in a courtship is to create a fun-filled romantic opportunity for sex to happen, where intercourse can happen, the fluids can be exchanged, and you can each produce a healthy, strong offspring that survives and basically perpetuates your genes into a future generation. And so, like, women are naturally going to be more attracted to men who display more dominant male type of behavior, because the stronger the man is, the more confident he is, obviously he's going to have stronger genes. And that's just why naturally at a biological level, women are going to be they're always going to be more attracted to the dominant males, or men who display dominant type behavior, confident leadership type of behavior, just like the captain of the football team. He's the guy that just wherever he goes, he holds court. He's talking to people. It's like when I go out to dinner or I'll go to lunch, whether it's by myself or with a friend, if something happens and I comment on it, right away everybody just starts engaging with me. Or if I'm sitting there with a friend or I'm on a date, I usually talk loud and I speak my mind and other people hear what we're talking about. And because of the nature of the way I am, I just say what's on my mind. Just like I talk in the videos, I cuss, I curse. I curse like a fucking sailor. It's just the way I am. It's the way I talk. And it puts everybody else at ease around me. And then what happens is they start participating in the conversations or talking to me, just like paying respects to the dominant male, just like they would, like if we were a herd of lions, they'd pay respect to the dominant male. And it's the dominant behavior that a woman is attracted to, not because you're playing games and withholding sex. But I mean, I've done both. I've had sex with women right away, and I've also I've waited for several months. And the only thing it does is it winds you both up sexually when you wait and you hold out. But at the end of the day, it's what really maintains the long-term health of the relationship. And it obviously sounds like you've got hurt when you were in your failed relationships. Maybe there's communication skills that you're lacking. I mean, that's one of the things I talk about in my book is I teach basic pickup skills. I teach a lot of dating and courtship skills, because if you don't know how to date and court a woman properly, you're never going to get her to fall in love with you to the point where you even get her into the relationship phase in a relationship. So you could know all the skills about how to have a great relationship, but if you're not good at the courtship phase, or you don't know how to court a woman properly to get her to fall in love with you, it really doesn't matter, because you're never going to get her to the point where she's going to be in a relationship or want to be in a relationship with you to where you can use those relationship skills with her. So that tells me that some part of the process, more than likely, probably some of the relationship skills and stuff that I talk about in my book is where you're lacking. So by reading my book, you'll fill in your own knowledge gaps and realize where you were going wrong. Because obviously, if you're seducing women right away and you're able to get into a relationship, it has nothing to do with the fact that you seduce them on the first or the second night. I mean, that's really irrelevant. Your problem is maintaining the relationships long term, just from what you've shared with me in here. And he says, so that's what I would recommend for you is it's not so much that you need to alter your behavior, because that's the point. You as a man, you're the one that's supposed to gently lead the woman where you want her to go, which is obviously ultimately, from the moment you meet her, you want to get her in the bedroom. I mean, you're physically attracted and drawn to her, and you start talking to her, you have chemistry, then you meet up for a drink, or you end up going to dinner with her, whatever it happens to be. One thing leads to another, then you're either back at your place or her place, and you're having sex, and in your case, the first or second night most of the time. And I've found it's usually with most women, depending on how into you they are from the get-go. On a scale of 1 to 10, the closer you are to a 5, the harder it's going to be to sleep with them right away. But the more they perceive you as like a 7 or 8 or a 9, you'll pretty much sleep with them the first night, and it won't be that hard at all, just because they'll really like you that much from the start. But if their interest is lower on that scale, the closer it is to a 5, the harder you have to work, and a little more, the more resistance she's going to show you as you're in the process of seducing her. So, like I said, my advice to you is learn where your knowledge gaps are in the relationship part of your skill set, and you can learn that by reading my book. So if you go to my website, on the right-hand column underneath the email sign-up box is a box that has a link that will take you right to the download page for the Kindle version of my ebook. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device, you can download one of their free e-reader apps for your smartphone, tablet device, or your PC. There's a button on the right-hand side that you can click. It only takes a matter of seconds to download and install the app and complete the purchase of my book. And if you have a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic that you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in these video newsletters, the articles on my website, and my ebook, you can show your appreciation by going to my website, and on the Wibia toolbar, which will be at the bottom of your screen, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.